Hello, everyone. Just wait for, I'll let you know when we get here. I don't see it live yet. There we are. Nope. Oh, there we are. We are live. Welcome, everyone, on Wednesday night. We'll let a couple people slip in and let me know you're here. And then we'll get started. Hello, Shannon. Shannon's here, so that means we are definitely live. Welcome. Jessica is live with me tonight. So, and Jessica, where do you live again? What state? Can you hear me? Oh, uh-oh, it's telling me that I'm muted and my video isn't working. Okay. Well, Jessica will be right back. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Mom. Oh, I didn't realize I could have the comments right up there. That's awesome. I don't need this one. All right, there you are.
Here I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jessica.
Oh,
Hi, Donna.
hi,
Hi,
everybody.
Kate. So, Jessica's joining me tonight. This is my first hosting of a restream, so you'll have to bear with me. Darren is helping out in the background, and Jessica's joining us, and this is her first YouTube live. So,
This is my first.
Thank you for joining us.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mandy. That's my BFF, Mandy. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Mandy. That's awesome, Mandy. My mom's here, so.
Hi, Candy's mom.
Yep. All right. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan. Hi,
So,
Shannon.
we have a new release going live tomorrow. It's June 1st is the new inspiration box. And I asked permission for us to do a little sneaky peek for you guys tonight. As if you've been following on social media, there's been a little bit of sneaky peeks from Christopher, and it's some Oz based on the Wizard of Oz movie. And we're going to both play with this, the Emerald stencil. This is the stencil of the month, which goes live tonight at 11 Eastern. Is that correct?
I love this release. I'm so excited.
I know, I'm so excited too. So, and we're not going to share a whole lot. We're just going to do a little bit on it. So,
yep.
Hi, Valencia, and Library Linda. Hello.
Hi, Aunt Linda.
That's your aunt? That's awesome.
That's my aunt. She's the one who got me started in all this stamping stuff. So it's all her fault.
Oh, there you go. My mom got me started. She took me to a home party. So I think Jessica and I are just going to kind of have a conversation. We'll look at the questions. Don't be afraid to ask us any questions. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat as well. But we're going to kind of work together and go through her first live together. So I'll start here, Jessica. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make 2 backgrounds to start and then decide which one I want to make a card with. I did do a little we both did a little pre-prep, so you don't have to wait for the drawing. So I do have pixie spray in the back of mine. Just because I'm going to use some glazes. Actually, put a little more. And I think we both have different plans so that you can see what the different things to use. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and all that stuff. Jessica, where are you coming to us from?
You from Eastern Ohio. I'm only about a grocery store.
Okay. Hi, Tina. I'm from Northeast Iowa. And so it's a little farther away for me from the company, but I'm going to go ahead and make a rainbow background, Jessica. And when I make rainbow backgrounds, I use 3 colors. I'm using Simon Hurley inks, and I use a red, a yellow, and a blue. And that is my go-to because not everyone has room for all the colors. And you can make a great rainbow with just 3 colors.
Yes. Do some ink blending with purple. Those are usually my go-to colors.
Purple, and what was the other color? A teal or a green?
A tealy green color.
Okay. Yeah, purple's my favorite color, but I tend to just mix my blue and red to make my purple. So
these actually ended up looking more pink and green on it. But it was still pretty.
Well, yeah. Well, and the one reason I decided when I played around with this a little bit, when we talked about what we were going to do, I thought I'd do the rainbows because obviously the song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So I thought it'd be fun to make rainbow gems.
I actually watched The Wizard of Oz the other working with some of these products.
You did? I
Really
haven't watched it in a long
but
time.
it
I
was
need to.
fun.
It was my daughter's favorite movie growing up. I can't believe she wasn't scared of it. She just loved it. I mean, now it's one of her top 5 favorites, but she has a different one. I think that's more of her favorite now. But this is absolutely one. She actually dressed up for Dorothy for Halloween one year. And she had my mom make her costume. And we went and found red. We actually didn't do red shoes. We did silver shoes. And then we did go buy red shoes then, because eventually later on for her to wear another time. Because in the book, the shoes are silver. And my grandpa had these books at the top of his stairs. So whenever I visit my grandparents' house, at the top of the stairs on the bottom shelf, all the Wizard of Oz books were there. You lost your photo camera. Oh boy. Thank you. I will fix that. I didn't have you know why? Because I don't have it muted to not go to sleep. Thank you. I usually use a different phone. I will change that right now. Display. I apologize for that. It went to sleep. Never. There we go. All right, where did my stream go now? Sorry about all that, you guys. So what did you just blended, did you blend over the middle a little bit? Are you still there, Jessica? It is a fun stencil. Huh. Wait. Sorry about that. Okay, now I can hear everybody. I don't know what happened why I couldn't hear anyone before. So I apologize for that. And now it's, of course, not showing the screen, and I'm not showing Jessica. What is going on? This is what happens sometimes with lives. Let's see if the camera's the wrong way. Back camera. I wonder if my Wi-Fi can't keep up with everything. Hello? Can you see my camera? I apologize, you guys. What's going on here? Yeah, it's not connecting well. I apologize for that. This is so dumb. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Can't even hear me, can you? Jeez. Wow. Phone. Can you see me? Well, there we go. Oh, my phone was being dumb again. All right, let's change this around. Let's see if you can see my. I'm gonna try it. I apologize, you guys. This is my first restream that I'm posting, and showing Jessica all the fun things that can happen during a live. There we go. All right, can you still hear me? And now we lost Jessica. There we are.
Okay, I can hear now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think I had my phone set to go to sleep after 30 seconds because I
Oh,
forgot when I normally use when I do streaming. So I fixed it to never go to sleep, and I'll plug it in so it doesn't.
okay.
So now we should be good. And it didn't like my. Did I think of that, or we were connecting at the same time, and it didn't like my connection or something. So, all right, all right. So, yay! I'm glad you can hear us both. That's the fun part here of the. Um, when will the Oz products be online? 11 p.m. Michelle, okay. Um, we're just doing a small sneaky peek because it was the end of the month and you only had till 11 o'clock to get the subscription projects for May. So I asked if we could kind of do a little sneak peek and both of us would kind of do something with the stencil of the month. So we lost Jessica. She'll be coming back. So I, just like I said, I went through and colored this. While we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Fallen Snow glaze. Um, I thank you for all sticking with us in the technical difficulties. I think we're both here and seeing what happens. Jessica, if you need to try going out and restarting with the link again and see if that helps. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm putting the Fallen Snow glitter glaze on the top. It's okay. Somebody came to the door, so I apologize for that. He heard a noise and he's a very good watchdog. Somebody's here. Somebody's here. You might lose. Oh, you have a storm brewing, Mom. Well, you know what? Send the rain our way. We need it desperately. We need it very, very much so. So this happened the other night with me. I didn't do it. Something with my settings didn't work, and I had to switch to a different thing. So we'll just keep playing. There she is. All right. Can you hear me, Jessica? I hear noise, so I think I hear you. All right. I think we're getting back in.
I don't know what's happening.
You're good. Oh, I think I just made a mistake too. Oh, there. All right.
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me now, Jessica?
Hello?
Can you hear me? I can hear you, Jessica. Hi, Annie. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties as we get started here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I still can't hear anything.
Aw. I can hear you. Not sure what's kind of happening. I can hear you, Jessica. Yeah. She can't hear that sound. I can hear you, Jess. I'm going to go ahead and wipe my stencil off with a little bit of wet wipe. I usually keep a bucket, but I kind of forgot to get one tonight. Mess with their glaze. You're good, Jessica. I can hear you. Wet wipe. I usually keep a bucket, but I kind of forgot to get one tonight. Now can you hear me, Jessica? Mess. I'm hearing myself now.
Okay, I can see my camera now.
Can you hear me, Jessica? Quickly. the glaze I just used was Fallen Snow Glitter Glaze. It's one of my favorites because you can put it over every color, and it's translucent, so you can see the color underneath. It is my favorite. All the I'm different like this tonight. That's why I'm wiping my stencil. Can you hear me, Jessica? If not, it's okay.
So I'm using the Fallen Snow glitter glaze, and I'm leaving the stencil in place.
I'm learning my camera here. Sorry about that. Me too. Okay. For some reason, we can't hear each other, I don't think. So that was my first one. And then this is what it looks like when it's dry. It's hard to see the shimmer. You can kind of see it, like when I go back and forth. So it leaves all that beautiful color, and then it gives a glittery shimmer thing to it. Hi, Kathy. How are you? So for my second background tonight, I'm actually going to do a little kind of what Jessica's doing. But Brenda, it is Fallen Snow is one of the best because
I don't know why, but I can't hear anything. So I don't usually put the glitter glaze back in the pot after I've used it over ink, because sometimes it can pick up the ink from your project. So I just wipe it off and throw that away.
So if we talk over each other a little bit, you'll have to we'll apologize for each other. My second one, I'm going to do Bee Sting and Fake Plant. And I'm going to ink blend the entire background first. And Jessica, you can't hear me, right? I don't know if I can mute her, or message her. Thanks for bearing with us, guys. We might both answer questions at the same time. But I'm going to go ahead. And one thing I like about Simon Hurley inks is that they do blend without making too much of a mess. A lot of times, and I mean that as in colors that don't blend well together, will still blend okay together. So I'm doing like red and green don't usually mix well. When I do a whole background, I like to use these foam daubers. And I like the domed ones. I found that I can get a better coverage and a thicker coverage. So I'm just going right up kind of to the line. Yep. It looks like a watermelon. It does look like a watermelon. We're going to make it change it though. May have to try another time here too. So yeah, the Oz collection will be available at 11. I know that Christopher's going to do, I believe, there's going to be a live tomorrow to introduce it. He usually does. I don't have the information on that time right now. But you can purchase it then. This is just a little quick sneaky peek to get you ready. It's a really good release. This is the stencil of the month. So, Jessica, can you hear me? So I'm just doing a little bit. We're going to cover that up, so that's why I'm not too worried about that looks like. Noon. Okay, Shannon. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to confirm it with you. So now I'm going to spray this with a little bit more pixie spray. Noon Eastern. Thank you, Shannon. Because I had some glitter glaze on it and I didn't wash it, so some of the glitter is still stuck to my pixie spray. So I'm going to use a little bit more pixie spray. I normally don't have to, but the Simon inks take a little bit longer to dry. So just a little bit longer. So I wanted to make sure it sticks good because we're going to do some more blending. Oh, see, I'm going to have to tape it. Because I have some of that glitter glaze on the back. It's not. Oh, Jessica, that's, if you can hear me, that is what mine was last week. It was not cooperating. Um, it didn't like me at all for some reason. I don't know. The one thing I know that is possible if you're getting any text kicking you out. I have learned that. It happened to me once. Somebody sent me a text message and quit my live. So I had to put myself on like do not disturb. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going a little bit here and see if Jessica can join us back up. As she was using the same glitter glaze as now I am using the Scarlet. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and put this right over the top of the red because this reminds me of Ruby Slippers. And then I'm okay with it going over a little bit. Jessica and I were supposed to go live earlier this month, but something didn't work out that we could do it at the same time. So we rescheduled for tonight. So hopefully we can get things working, and I just dropped it in the wet glitter glaze. Okay. I can show a sneak peek of the stamp sets. Yes, you can if you want. I didn't want to do that. Okay, yeah, just so Jessica, so I put my phone on do not disturb or like focus mode and whenever I'm live, so that way I don't get any text messages or messages from anybody. So that way it doesn't accidentally kick me out. Which I don't know if I did that for tonight because normally I do that I use my, like I said, my other phone. All right, so now, oops, I opened this one up. There's the No Place Like Home stamp set. That is, I believe, the one in the inspiration box. And it's amazing. I actually have some of those images colored up tonight to use. And then I'm just kind of watching the screen here. So now I'm using you gotta see what color it's officially called, the Emerald glitter glaze over the green, because this reminds me of the Emerald City, and I'm letting them blend together a little bit in the middle because this is the two colors, right? Emerald City, and then I'm going to go ahead and go wipe over together the two Emerald City and the Ruby Slippers. So we have two gems in the story that everyone knows. And here's the Best of Friends, which is a great scenery set. You've got the Yellow Brick Road, and then you can have the characters walking on the Yellow Brick Road. Here is the big reveal. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to go ahead and take this off. So here is the Scarlet and the Emerald glitter glaze with the Emerald stencil. I'm going to put that aside to dry. And I do have one that's already done. I wanted to make sure you didn't have to wait for drying time. So then we'll figure out what we're going to do with them. I'm going to quick wipe this up a little bit. I'll go ahead and scrub it really well afterwards with a nail brush. That's what I do. Hi, Lisa. We're having a little technical difficulties tonight. So Jessica is going to try to rejoin us here. And I'm going to put that stencil off to the side. It's pretty clean, but it's not perfect. This is the Witch. Does it take, Kathy? It does not. It really depends on how thick and how humid things are. So for me, I try to do them. A lot of times, like I'll do one at night if I know I'm going to do something the next day, like in the morning or something. I will put mine up. I hear her.
I think I'm back.
I hear you. Can you hear me? But what I like to do, Kathy, is I stick it in the window in the sun and let it dry, and it doesn't take long at all. But or I'll put it on a piece of black paper. But it really kind of depends on how thick. So it takes me about an hour, unless right now it's really humid, so it might take a little bit longer. So then I put them aside, or I put them, I have a window right there, and I'll put it right in the windowsill and let the sun bake it, and it doesn't take long at all. That's a trick I learned actually from at my first class that I took, where I met Christopher. He was helping out in a thermal web class, and um, foiling, and we put it in there. Can you hear us there, Jessica? I just thought I'd check quick before I moved on. Did you mute us, Jessica? If you can't, can you? You can see us, I'm assuming. Here, I'm gonna write a note. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. I'm horrible with cameras. Sorry, guys. Wait.
I can hear you now, Candy, but I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
Oh, okay, good. I don't know why my camera's not working though.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, okay.
Move your hands in front of it.
Can you see my hands?
No, it's frozen.
Yeah.
Well, there, I saw it. It's catching up. Maybe it's a little bit lagged, a little behind. There, yep. I saw your hands. So you're just a little behind, and that's okay.
Okay.
That happens sometimes. So I finished making my 2 backgrounds, Jessica. I used the fallen snow just like you did on my rainbow. And then I made a second background with green and red, the bee sting and the fake plant. And then I emerald and scarlet glitter glaze.
Beautiful.
Because I kind of thought these reminded me, the Emerald City meets the Ruby Slippers.
Yeah, I love it.
It is Christmas. Yes, it is. It is Christmas as well. I grabbed some gold to throw in there, which will make it even more Christmassy, right? Is that your dry one, Jessica?
So this is the wet one that I just did, and then this is my dry one.
Okay, and she used the fallen snow as well. It doesn't always
fallen snow.
It's my favorite glitter glaze.
Me too. It's a must-have because you can put it over anything.
I would say the fallen snow and the unicorn horn are my 2 favorites because you can put it over anything.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. So I haven't really 100% decided anything else, but I know I have a piece of gold block that I used with this is a Simply Sweet cutting die. It was a die of the month last year. I don't know if it's still on there, but you could use any border die. I just wanted to grab something that was handy, and that was the closest one. So that's going to cover up my little bit of a imperfect blend there. And then I have some images I got colored up. Aaron gave some sneaky peeks of the stamp sets.
Cool.
Thank you, Shannon. I will say that I colored, all of mine are on alcohol blend, perfect blend with Raven Detail ink, and then Olo markers for the most part.
I think I'm going to cut down my background with a stitched rectangle.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get both colors in there.
And that's a fun thing to do with a 6x6 because then you can choose the part you want.
Right.
And I do that a lot because sometimes if you mess up in a spot, you can cut that part off.
Absolutely.
Are you just doing an A2 size or a little bit shorter?
Yeah, A2. This is a little bit smaller than the A2, but I'll put it on an A2 card.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut mine down to about 5 1/4 by 4. Both of mine. Oh my goodness, they really went saturated with the green behind this one. Oh no, I think I started blending it and I didn't like it. I did it wrong, so I turned it over because there's 2 sides of every paper, right?
Right. I wish I could turn my screen the other way, but I'm afraid if I mess with it, then I'll just disappear altogether.
Oh, it's you know what? It happens, and that's okay. It's just we like to roll with it. So I think while you were getting back in, you missed the noise went off in the kitchen area, and my dog thought somebody was here, so he started barking.
Oh no.
And now he's back to sleeping. So, I think Tom and I discovered that he isn't a summer dog. He's like winter, like his mom and his dad. And we don't like summer as much. And he loves the
I've
snow.
discovered that we can't leave the windows open because any little noise, my dogs start barking at them. So it's either
Sometimes
air on or heater on.
Okay, we can leave some of the windows open, but we have one window that if either one of us go outside, all of a sudden he's scratching at the window and he's strong enough to go right through it. So, okay.
So I have a panel that's a little bit bigger than this piece of black to put behind it. I think I'm going to layer it like that. But I want to do some ink. Thank you. I want to do some ink splatters first.
Oh, okay. What color splatter are you going to do?
The same colors of ink. So the purple and the turquoise kind of colors. I'm just putting some ink on my block here.
Is that your favorite way to splatter?
It is, or just putting it right on my glass mat and picking it up with a paintbrush.
I usually do that, and if I want really, really fine splatters, I use a toothbrush.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then I just kind of flick my fingers on it. So, okay, so I'm going to mat these, this one on white, I think. Actually, I'm going to change things around completely, and I'm going to add some more gold to mine. I'm going to go ahead and make a gold mat.
Oh, nice. Gold is always a good choice.
Yeah, well, if I add the gold, I got to add a gold, well, this gold border, we need more gold to tie in. Oh, dog hair on there. So I just do some ink, embossing powder, or embossing ink on the edges. And if I can find it. Oh, it's in a container. I got to grab my Gilded Sparkle.
So this is my panel with the ink splatters on it. Just a little bit of extra. Thank you.
Splattering is so fun. Because, well, I like splatter, even if you don't, but if you make a mistake, splatters are the easiest thing to make sure it looks like
right.
But it adds a lot of fun to texture and dimension.
It does.
So, gilded gold. This is, yes, it's gilded. I'm using Gilded Sparkle, Brenda. There's the gilded, which is out the sparkle, and the Gilded Sparkle has the glitter in it, which will match then with my glitter paper. And this is just a scrap of paper. I just pulled it out of my scrap bin. One of my goals in the last year or so has been to use up as many scraps as I can before I cut into big pieces of paper. And then I just use a piece of paper. This is from an old virtual event I did where I didn't need the instructions anymore. And I just put them off to the side, or if I have more than one copy sometimes. So Jessica,
what's that?
How long have you been paper crafting?
Oh, about 25 years, I think. I was in high school when my aunt got me addicted.
I'm going to mute myself for a minute while I heat blend because I don't know. So I don't know if Jessica, you want to tell us what you're doing while I do that?
So I just put some foam tape on the back of my blended panel here. And I'm going to put that right on the front of my card. It's hard to get these centered. That looks pretty good. So I have that, and now I just need to add a focal point and a sentiment. I actually cut this out earlier, the new You Are My Sunshine die from the summer release. I love this die because it comes with the letters and it comes with the shadow. And I cut the shadow out of vellum, and then the letters out of a shiny black, which match the background here that I put my mat on. And I probably should have cut the emeralds the other way. I guess they can go this way. We're just looking at them sideways.
They can go either way.
Yeah. But I love if you have like a big sentiment like this, then you really don't need anything else on the card. Maybe some sequins, and that can be,
Exactly. I haven't used
that'll
that die
do
yet.
it.
That's one of my goals this next week here. It's one of the dies I haven't
so
used.
much fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to work ahead a little bit as a week and a half before Create Your Own Ending, I am going to with some friends for a crafty weekend. So I'm trying to make sure I get things done beforehand, and then
Well, that'll
I
be
think
fun.
an email just went out with the last. I don't know if today was the last day to sign up for, or if that was yesterday. I apologize, Darren. I don't know if you can tell me in the comments about Create Your Own Ending if it was the last day yesterday. I know it just went out, but I think that would have been yesterday. So I hope those of you who are going to be there. Are you doing it virtually or anything, Jessica?
I am. I'm doing it virtually.
That'll be fun.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I think it was the very first year I went in person, because that was before COVID, and that was a lot of fun. Okay. But then I've done it virtually every time since then.
Okay. I was supposed to go in 2020. And then I couldn't end up getting to go, so I did it virtually, and I've done virtual ever since. So this is my 3rd year then.
Cool.
Thanks, Lori. So you're just cutting down some foam squares to put behind some of your letters.
So these squares were too big, and I want them just to go behind the letters so they don't show through on my vellum. Okay. So I'm just gonna pick a few spots to stick them in there.
Well, I'm going to go the same way you did, and I'm going to mat mine. I'm going to actually, I might make a black card. I don't use them very often, but I think I'm just going to go for it.
I've really gotten into doing like black mats lately on my panels, and I really like it.
I like black mats in particular for rainbow cards, because I think it helps pop. And then it depends on the colors, to be honest with you. With doing the black, but the nice thing about having a black mat is that it ties into your stamping usually.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've got these, and I think for my emerald and rubies, we're going to go ahead and use the Scarecrow and Dorothy, because that he's in charge of the Emerald City after she leaves, and she wore the ruby slippers. And then I think maybe we'll just do, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Tin Man on my rainbow card. I'll figure out what we're going to do with him. I don't know if I want to use them both, but I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. And black does make everything pop. I'm going to go ahead and glue them down first. And I'm using liquid glue so that it sticks to the glitter glaze. I find that easier.
Yeah, it does stick really well to the glitter glaze.
Yeah.
I love the characters. They are so cute. I love the way you colored them.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. One of the ones that, well, you can see the design. There are 11 spots for CYOE left. Okay, so if you want to sign up, this will be the last call. It's going to be fun. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to be teaching. Shannon's teaching. Christopher's teaching. Heather's teaching. Gina's teaching. And then there's some make and takes that I think for virtual you'll be done with video, and then and then the other classes will be live. So, and we also will have all the instructions typed up for you guys too. So Jessica can see projects, because since we're on the design team, when we're done with them, and I really was happy with the way I watercolored a couple of my projects that'll be coming up. That's one of my goals, is to get better at watercoloring. All right. Okay. So Jessica, you must just be taking your, Jessica should teach in the future. Oh, Michelle, it does go with Afterpay. So you can sign up with Afterpay. So I don't know if that helps at all. And that breaks it up into 4 payments, I believe. So I don't know if that sometimes is helpful for some, but. I apologize. I had to take a drink there. My allergies have been going a little crazy. Okay, so I need a sentiment here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do it on white so that I can tie my white around my images. And I did use my scan and cut to cut these out. I have to get the dies yet, but there are coordinating dies available, and you can buy them in the bundle as a bundle, or if you get the inspiration box, they will be in the box with the stamp set. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that out. I am actually going to stamp it out in black so that I can tie some more of the black from my images together in there. So are you going to add any other bling to your card? Or I love the angle of your sentiment. And is that on vellum? I can't hear you, Jessica. We must have lost you again.
Can you hear me now?
I can. There you are.
Yeah, so this is on vellum, the shadow, and then the words are on black shiny glitter stock. And I missed a few things, but I would love to teach it create your own ending in the future. It was a little bit more down. The technical issues ironed out.
Yeah. I think fortunately nowadays a lot of people can get. Go ahead.
I just want to put some here. So I'm just looking through my stash.
Well, I love the angle for the sentiment. I think that's awesome.
Thank you. Sometimes I do that because I know I can't get it straight. So if I put it, you'll know that I can't do it straight.
Yep. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen, but I always talk about I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. So I'm horrible at straight lines. So I'm going to go ahead and use the sentiments.
And I don't know
you always
how,
have a
but it seems when I use a T-square ruler, it's even more though.
I broke mine not too long ago.
Oh no.
I came back from a crop and I think it fell out of my bag or I pulled it the wrong way, so I haven't replaced it yet. I miss it because that did help a little bit. But yeah, I still am always a little awkward with my things. With mine. So I'm just using the You Have a Friend in Me stamp set or sentiment. Because the Scarecrow and Jessica, or
I love that
Jessica.
sentiment.
Yeah, the Scarecrow and Dorothy were best friends. And I'm just going to kind of put that right in the middle. And then it just needs to go on a card base, and that card is done. I'm not going to add any other bling to it. There's a lot of bling on it already. And we need a sentiment for my other one here.
And I'm just using some iridescent sequins that it pulls in all the colors together.
Do you have any rhyme or reason how you do sequins or embellishments?
Well, I try to do like 3 and then 1 or 2 and then 3. And then sometimes I can't stop and I just put too many on.
Okay. I understand. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, you put way too many on, but I do definitely always make sure there's an odd number.
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and use one of the conversation clippings for this one. I like the color and I like that he's holding his heart. So I'm just going to use the I love you always for that. And these will be in the inspiration box. And then they will be available separately as well. So other than our technical difficulties, it hasn't been too bad. Has it been, Jessica?
Racking when it keeps kicking me out, but hopefully I can figure out why that's happening and keep it from happening.
It's Kelly, it is available at 11 o'clock Eastern tonight.
Such a great release. I can't wait for everybody to see everything.
Yes.
This is the card that I made. And I didn't use anything else from the release background, which I love that stencil. And I feel like you can use it for all kinds of things.
You can, yes, because it can be an anniversary card, because it could, or a wedding card, because it could be like that. Thanks, Michelle. So I've got a couple of them put together, and that's only because I had some images put together. Oops, I guess my camera. There we go. Thanks, Shannon. I love Jessica's card because I love the stitching on there that used in your die, and then your stuff. And then you said those were iridescence sequins? Oh, they're picking up the colors beautifully.
Thank you.
I mean, they look pink and teal.
Wonderful.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brenda and Annie.
Thank you.
This has been. I hope you had fun, Jessica. And
I did have fun. When you could hear me.
You know, that happens. I mean, I got, you know, it's been times when we've been kicked out. I've been kicked out, or something's not working, or my phone needs to be updated. So sometimes it crackles in the background, and that's part of the fun of the lives. I will tell you, this is funny, that I know there's a big YouTuber out there, crafty person out there, that when lives were still first going on, had the phone pressed in so hard it called 911 while she was live, and the police came to the door in the live. So, you know, we didn't call the police or the fire department. So, oh boy. Thank you, Linda. So here are our cards. Jessica used hers and made an awesome You Are My Sunshine card that can be great for any occasion. I have an I love you card and a friend card. We use the emerald stencil that is going to be released at 11 o'clock tonight. And my boss is calling me. I'll have to call him back.
I think I can hear again.
Yeah, I can hear you. And the last release goes live at 11 o'clock tonight.
Awesome.
Christopher will be live at noon Eastern tomorrow to show the release. So please stay tuned for that. Thank you for having a little bit of the sneak peek with us. It was fun to be able to do that. I thank you for the opportunity to do that. Jessica, I hope you had fun and enjoyed joining us.
I did. Thank you, Candy, for going live with me. And thanks, everybody, for watching. I had a great time.
Anytime. You guys have a great night. And remember to create your own ending.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.